When someone attacks you, what is your attitude? It's perfectly okay to defend yourself, which I did in a response online. Something like, sorry, I just assumed that you knew I would be against violence. I mean, you sat in the room where I preached for nearly 10 years. But that kind of thing can turn into a real war. I could post back in a lot of bad ways that wouldn't be helpful. And the controlling factor would be pride. If my injured pride is where my response comes from, it's going to make things worse, not better. Then a few days later, I was in a situation where someone verbally attacked me in a work setting. It was unwarranted. I'd not done something the way he thought I should. It had not been through any intentional failure. No one had communicated to me the details of what was desired, and I wasn't sure how I was going to get past that. But the person attacked me, called me a coward, called me lazy, all kinds of things, called me a liar. None of that was true. When I tried to explain, I was shouted down and not given an opportunity to explain. How we react in those situations is pretty important. And by the way, all this happened closely to when I was studying this passage to preach it. It wasn't lost on me that the Spirit was saying, are you sure you want to preach this? If I'm obsessed with looking good, protecting my reputation and things like that, my response will make things worse, not better. And I'm not saying you have to stay in a toxic meeting or environment. I'm saying pride isn't the answer. I'm saying with Scripture, human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires, James 1:20. I'm saying a soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger, Proverbs 15:1. Sometimes we think that in the corporate world, the rules might change, but it does not. Christ and his ways must rule over all of our lives. And if that costs you something, you should embrace it.